very loud. We're not used to being quiet.
So I moved to California when I was about 7 years old. In the meantime, my mom and dad palmed me off on Martha and Manuel to watch while they were, making the transition. And the one thing that I remember the most was not Martha, because she was very quiet, she was very gentle.
Yeah, right.
And she was a doozy. And she treated me different than her children because I was the favorite. One thing that I remember very easily, it comes to my first thought in my mind when I think about the Montoya family, was Denise. Now, Denise has always been a soft-spoken person. and I found out that she didn't want me living with him, because when she would get mad, she would say, "I hate you. Would your parents leave you with us? You go to California, and I just hate your guts." And she'd go in the bathroom and slam the door. Okay? And out would come Manuel and say, "What is going on here?" I said, "I don't know." But Martha was...
You look like Shirley Temple when you were little.
I did, that's why I was so good. And I tap danced. And that's an issue, okay? That's a big issue, because one year, probably I was in my 30s, Martha said, "I was hated you." What are you talking about, yeah? She says, "You got to take tap dancing lessons, baton lessons. We entered you in the Miss Albuquerque contest. You won. You're ballet. You're in recitals. You got to do everything. And she says, "I hated you. You're spoiled rotten." And I felt really guilty about that. It was kind of condemnation. Little guilt kind of went through my body for about 10 years. And then I went back to her and I went, "Excuse me, you spoiled me because you were 14 and a half years old when I was born, so that means you were my mother part-time, okay? So it's your fault, too." And besides, it's not my fault that I was born when they were rich and kind, Was that my fault? No, okay? That was a God thing, okay? So we got past that, and she says, "Oh yeah, so you were with Mom and Dad when they were young, and I got them when they were older, mature, and had money in the bank, So it wasn't my fault." But she was always very kind to me, Martha, and she loved to sing. I didn't know that she had such a fabulous voice until I started singing myself. I'll sing for you later. Karaoke, and I sing "Sentimental Journey," which was her song. She always sang that song, And she was, even though she was jealous of me, she took care of me as though I was her own child. So she was partly a mother sister to me, and I missed out on some of her, when her kids were little and stuff. But I'm reminded of the time when I found out that I was no longer the favorite. It was when her first child was born.
The last child.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of resentment there too. Okay? But here she had her own little baby, and every picture they lived in San Antonio. Dad was stationed in San Antonio, and all the pictures are of her and Manuel holding the baby, and me sitting on the rock going. I never smiled from that from that day on, my life was in turmoil. You know? I found
Only four.
Huh?
You're only four.
I know, well, you know, that's traumatic when you find out you're not special in that form.